Welcome everyone. Today I'm here to show you my project that I have made using the React Bootstrap and the Tailwind. Earlier this project was made through the normal CSS, and in this video I will tell you that what all changes I have made through the project making and how I integrated the Tailwind CSS in the place of the normal CSS. So before diving into this code, I will show you the implemented website that I have made it. So here is the website, and the website name is the Byte Spice Stack, and this is the navbar of it, and this is the Jumbotron section over here with a button, and this is the next section which is telling about the experts, that how to learn from the experts. And this section is of the email. You can write your email over here for taking the advices from the experts and all from the different types of skills. And these are the courses, just like the web development is for this type of money, and the digital marketing for this, and the web development in this, and the last one is this navbar. So let's dive into the code. So in this code, basically we will see in the source file, and in the source file, if we look at the app.jsx, so app.jsx contains the different types of the section. First section is of the React library. The second section of some of the custom components for the specific paths, just like the analytical cards, footers, hero, navbar, newsletters. And in the next this is the main function of the app, and then there is a return JSX of the rendering the entire application from dividing the different types of sections, just like first one is the navbar, second is the hero, third is the analytics, fourth is the newsletter, and fifth is card, and the last is the footer section. So let's see the each of the sections and see their CSS and what all changes I have made in it. So firstly, coming on to the navbar. So this is the new code. Firstly, we will see the before code. I have mentioned here the comment also that this is the before code. And in the before code, I have taken all of the components, just like React use state and all of the navbar using the use state. And I have mentioned all of the class names with their local convention, just like navbar containers, maximum width container, logo, and you can see many much more, just like mobile icons, and all of the UI and allies, and in all of the diffs. But after integrating, so before seeing the after code, I wanted to show you the CSS file that I have used earlier. So earlier, this is the CSS file I have used for the navbar. So in the navbar, I have made this CSS file. This is a huge file. And next, after I have converted it into the Tailwind CSS, so only this JSX of the navbar is working. And in this, what I have changes made it, that I made changes, that in this class I have written all the Tailwind CSS in just one line. Just like for the flex justify between, it is showing that the flex layout is in the between, and the space is also aligned in the between, and the center items height, maximum width, padding, and the text color is also white. So like this type of syntax, I wrote the Tailwind CSS for this file. And like the div for H1, I have also written this, like the width I want full, text I want the 3x, font bold, text black. And just like this, I have given all the class names, and I have mentioned all of the CSS, and I have also mentioned the comments for the different types of section, that how they are working. Now, okay, so let's coming on to the next section. So we have covered the navbar section. Now next comes the hero section. Just a minute. So okay, so this is the hero section. In this, before the code, these are the class names, just like the hero container, the maximum width container, and the learn text, hero title, and so on. So And this is the before CSS file, the normal CSS file that I have implemented earlier. And I have already mentioned all of these types of CSS in the earlier files also. But after integrating into the Tailwind CSS, I have made these types of changes. Just like in the place of the class name, I have mentioned the CSS in only one line of the Tailwind. Just like here in this div, I have mentioned the container with the maximum width and the negative margin for the positioning. I have also mentioned it in the comment, and you can also read it from the comments. But and in this, the main title will be of the different sizes for the different types of screens. I also manipulated just like if we wanted to see the website in mobile screen or different types of screen or laptop. It means the definition can change. So for adjusting that, I have made the different types of screen changes. So coming on to the next section, here also I have made the same changes, and here is the background. I have made it black and with the specific width and round corners in it. So with this, our hero section is covered. Now the next section comes is the analytics section. In this analytics section, so the before component is a little bit small. So in this analytics section, the analytics containers is the class, the main class, and in it there are some the other class of the divs, images, and some of the paragraphs, just like maximum width, laptop image, text container, and so on. And for it, the CSS is here in this analytics.css file. So here it is, just like the CDA button, background color, this color width, and all. But after the integration of the Tailwind CSS in it, I have made changes in the class name over here only. Just like I have made the width full and the background white and the padding and the pixels according to that. And in the next, the maximum width and centered using the MX audio and the grid layout with the two columns of the larger screens, and bolding the text, green text for the headings, and so on. Just like in the paragraph, this is the paragraph. I have not made any changes in it because it also the same in the previous project of mine. And here is the button CSS. So button CSS is that the I have made this button black background and the white text inside it and having the round corners. So in the normal CSS we made a border radius, but in this we use a rounded MD section to make the button round. So coming upon to the next section after analytics, here comes the newsletter. So in the newsletter, this is the before code that was earlier used in the project, but after the integration of the Tailwind, this is our new code for this section. In this, I have made different types of button that earlier I have used the CSS. The same CSS also integrated over here. And this is the flex container with the different types of columns, layout for the small screens or the layout for the larger screens. And also you can see all of the divs that I have contained and adjusted the maximum width and centered using the MX auto sorry, grid layout with two columns for the larger screens. And like this, I have made all of the changes in it, so you can see it. And before this, the CSS was written like this. So, okay, coming upon to our next section, that is the cards. So for the cards, this is the before section. So firstly, we have imported all the files, and then we have started the constant one of the function, arrow function. And then I have written the normal names of the class like the cards container, the maximum width container, the cards web development, and this title, price, and all. And I have also given the CSS for that earlier. But after the integration of the Tailwind, I have made these type of changes just like in this div. I have made the outer div with the full width padding and the white background. That was also implemented in the earlier CSS, but now I have implemented using the Tailwind CSS. And in this, there is a maximum width of the center using the MX audio grid layout with the three columns of the large screen and the gap between the columns. And like this, I have implemented all of the maximum. You can see there is no change and they all are relatable to each other. So with this, we come to the our last section, that is the footer part. So this is the footer part, and with comparing to the other components, I have also mentioned all of these types of uh, class names just like the other parts, and this is the CSS, the normal CSS of the footer. And after the integration of the Tailwind, this is our new file. So this is the new div that we are returning, and this is the outer div that having the maximum width centered to the max auto, padding having the four of, and the grid layout with the three columns of max. And then this is the description, social media icons, second columns, solution section, solution head, list of the solutions, and much more. Just like I have given here the font medium, text black, and many much more CSS. You can see it here. So okay. So okay, with this, my project ends over here, and I have made all of these changes, and with all of these changes, our website looks like this only. I have also shown in the starting of this video. So thank you one and all listening to my video. Thank you.